How's it going, everybody? Wayne here. So I got a few more kiosks in the collection, and I just decided to do one video on all the kiosks to see what they all look like. I'm really excited about some of the new ones, but the other ones, they're okay, and I'm actually going to use them in a trade soon. I plan to anyway. So I will be getting rid of a couple of these, but before I do, I just wanted to do a video on all the kiosks I got. I picked 3 new ones up. It was like an 8.5 hour drive each way to go get 3 of these kiosks, and I'm gonna keep one of them, and the other 2 I'm just gonna get rid of because I am actually getting ready to start the Super NES Complete in Box Quest. Yes, right here on this channel, I'm going to collect all 721 Super Nintendo games in their original boxes with their manuals. So I'm actually using those kiosks to help boost that collection and also make room for it, because 721 complete Super Nintendo games take up a lot of space. So anyways, let's get to checking out these kiosks. And the first new kiosk I got is this Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Shield kiosk. This is a Nintendo Switch Lite kiosk. There's actually no kiosks on it. I don't have any Switch Lites. But all the lights work and everything, both underneath and on top. It has pretty much just bare on the inside. I think that's where the cables go to secure the Switch Lite consoles to the unit, but it's pretty bare in there. This is actually one of the ones I'm getting rid of. It takes up a lot of space, and you know, it's cool, but it's not as cool as the actual Nintendo Switch kiosk that I got. And this one I won't be getting rid of. This is another new thing I got right here, this giant Every Day is Mario Day standee. I got this from GameStop for free. They were getting ready to toss it in the trash. So I have it, and really no place to put it. Right now it's blocking my display shelves and part of the Switch kiosk. So that's another reason I need to make more room. I just don't have room for everything. And the Switch Lite kiosk takes up a lot of room too. And it's just a tabletop kiosk, but you know, there's a lot of wall space behind it, and it's dark behind there because the camera's focusing on that bright light that's coming from the kiosk. Here's another look at the kiosk with the lights off, and the Switch kiosk is also blocking the space back there as well. So with this one gone, I'll be able to make room for more games and stuff. Along with the other kiosks I'm getting rid of, I'll be able to move the Switch out of here and have that wall space back there. Here is the Nintendo Switch kiosk. I've already done a short video on this, but since I'm gonna have all my kiosks in one video, I gotta show it off again. I love this thing. It was a crazy story getting it, but I'm happy it's in the collection now. Alright, up after that is this PS3 kiosk. I actually just took the PS3 out of it to watch movies upstairs in my bedroom, so I don't have it turned on right now, and I was too lazy to go up and get the console out of the bedroom. This came with one of the side advertisement pieces here. Another little display thing right there. I do like this console a lot, this kiosk, but it is one of the ones I'm getting rid of as well, and trading off, both to make space and help fund the Super Nintendo collection. This is a dummy console in the front. The actual console is inside this door here. Well, when I have it in there, anyways, it sits down there, the real console. And everything works on this kiosk. It is a really cool kiosk, but I'd just rather have room for other stuff instead. Alright, after that is the Pepsi PS1 kiosk. The TV on this is so nice. It's so clear. It's really nice to play PlayStation 1 on a TV like that. Yeah, this is the Pepsi PS1 kiosk. I built the base. The base is custom. The actual pod is authentic, but the base I built in another video on my channel. This is just a regular PS1 in here. It's not the demo version, but it's a really nice PS1 console. Doesn't have any issues playing disc, which most of my PS1s have. But as much as I love this kiosk and as much time as I put into it and everything, this is another one that I am getting rid of to make more room. And I did make this to where it has a front door that opens and I can keep stuff in there for storage and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Here is my bearded dragon that I just recently got. She's a baby. Her name's Rhea. Can you say hi, Rhea? No? Okay. Alright, after that we have the PS4 kiosk. This is... I consider this kind of my first kiosk, even though I had my M82 first. The M82 was just the unit and not a kiosk. And getting this PS4 kiosk is what actually got me to start getting into kiosk altogether, and even building the cabinet for the M82, which I'll be showing off next. This has the side art on it, the dummy console in it. The actual console sits inside of it. This pulls out, but I have this other shelf here that blocks it from opening. But I do like the PS4 kiosk, and you know, it's really cool that it was my first one and everything. But this is another one I may or may not get rid of. It's hard to sell these anyway because these are a dime a dozen. So it may end up staying in the collection for that reason. By getting rid of the Nintendo Switch Lite kiosk and the PS1 kiosk and the PS3 kiosk, I should have enough room for what I need for the Super Nintendo library. And if I do get more, I do want to get other kiosks too, and a Mario statue. I do want a Super Nintendo kiosk and a GameCube kiosk. So, you know, getting rid of those would be enough, should be enough room for everything I need. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know about this M82 kiosk. I built the cabinet myself. There's a drawer down there. I actually keep stuff in there. There's the actual M82 unit right there. Yeah, it's fully functional and everything. It's got the Nintendo sign up there, which looks really good. The sides have the cutouts like the NES cartridge on there. This is a really this is probably my favorite kiosk right here, and I'm probably being biased because the NES is my favorite system, and you know, I did put a lot of work into this thing. So this one's not going anywhere. I love this thing. And then you have, this is the remote to turn the top light on and off right there. And yeah, this just folds down so I can access, you know, the buttons on the TV to turn it on, and the actual M82 turn it on and everything like that. Then it just closes up on top. But yeah, you can just go through the games. Yeah, I do love this console, and I do love Duck Hunt too. That's why I always demo Duck Hunt on this. Last but definitely not least is my Nintendo 64 tabletop kiosk. This one I'm really excited to add to the collection. this is what I did the whole 8.5 hour trip each way for. Out of the 3 consoles I got, this is the main one I went for. When I got it, the top light didn't work. The ballasts are actually out. I ordered new light bulbs for it. Put those in, still didn't work. So I ended up getting a different LED, putting it in there to make the top part work. The TV is the original TV that says N64 on it. Right now I have Army Men Air Combat loaded in there. So the TV is pretty interesting. It actually has a code that requires you to put in on the actual buttons. You have to hit the buttons in a certain order. And I hate this camera, I'm gonna upgrade eventually, but you have to hit the buttons in a certain order to actually turn on and off the TV, which is interesting. I guess that was a code so people couldn't sit there and like mess with the TV in the store or whatever. But I do have a Magnavox remote control that goes with the PS1 that just straight turns it on and off. But that has to go with the PS1 console, the PS1 kiosk when I get rid of it. So I won't have it for long. Now this didn't come with controller arms, but I'm either gonna make some or have some made or try to find some original ones eventually. Because I do like this kiosk a lot. I do want it to be as original as possible, but you know, getting it was the main thing. It's a beautiful kiosk and I'm really happy to have it. Alright guys, well that's it for the kiosk collection. Just a quick video on all my different kiosks and everything. So again, I'll be getting rid of the PS1, the PS3, and the Switch Lite. Possibly the PS4. But I'm definitely keeping the M82 kiosk, N64, and the Nintendo Switch one. Those will be my main 3 until I get a Super Nintendo or GameCube console or kiosk later on top of that. So, anyways, I hope you guys are excited for the Super NES Complete in Box Quest. I am. I found a lot of hidden gems when I collected the entire NES library loose and the entire N64 Complete in Box library, which I did the whole quest and reviewed all 296 games on this channel, and I'll be doing the same with Super Nintendo, playing all 721 for the channel. So I'm really looking forward to finding a bunch of gems on the Super Nintendo, since I've always kind of skipped over the Super Nintendo. I never had one growing up. I went from the NES to the N64. Man. Anyways, if you're not already, please subscribe and follow this channel for the Super Nintendo Complete in Box Quest. Now, one more thing about that. I know I started the NES Complete in Box Quest on the channel a while ago, and I kind of let it fall off. I did sell a large chunk of my collection back in 2021, and most of that was games that I had already reviewed for the channel and everything. So, like I said, I've already completed all 677 NES games loose. That included a real copy of Stadium Events. So it's an accomplishment, man. So that was a goal I had already achieved, as well as the N64 Complete in Box library. Those I've already achieved. I've never had an entire Super Nintendo library. I did start collecting for it loose once, maybe like, I don't know, 8 years ago. I got pretty far into the collection, but I never had time to play a lot of them. So playing a lot of these Super Nintendo games is going to be new to me. There's a lot of games that I've never even touched. I'm still finding out games that exist on the system that I didn't even know was a title for the system. So I'm looking forward to discovering the library with you guys. So stay tuned for that. We'll be kicking that off here real soon. Until next time, I'm Gamer Wayne, and thanks for watching. Trying to be the star of the show.